Video footage from the gas station shows Harold try and choke Gabriella, but she would fight to break free. When she would escape his chokehold, Harold did the unthinkable. The untimely passing of Gabriella Gonzalez.
I go where I want and I do what I want. My belt match the kicks. Don't you go bump.
It's Peter the Jit. Who you think it gonna be? And we back with another one ripped straight out of the headlines with the untimely passing of Gabriella Gonzalez. Domestic violence affects 1 in 3 women across the United States. And unfortunately for Gabriella Gonzalez, trying to escape being that statistic for her and her children would cost her her life. Dallas, Texas, known for its big city and even bigger sports, teams that dominate the headlines in the mainstream news. But this story isn't about either team or their dash playoffs. Gabriella, the 26-year-old mother of 3, was in a rocky new relationship that turned violent almost immediately with Harold Thompson from the start, with Harold being not only verbally abusive, but physically abusive as well, striking and choking Gabriella in front of her younger sister, Melanie, on several occasions, which prompted the Gonzalez family to file a restraining order with local police department in March against Harold. Either Harold never got the memo, or simply didn't care because he repeatedly would violate the order and continue to abuse the scared Gabriella. Things would go from bad to worse when Gabriella would take a test one morning that would scare and finally give her the strength she needed. The test Gabriella took was a pregnancy test, and she would only tell her sister Melanie the results. But it was positive. For most women, this would be a time to celebrate and notify the family and pick out baby names. Unfortunately, this was not Gabriella's life. Faced with bringing a baby into the environment she already was desperately trying to escape, Gabriella felt she had only one option. Gabriella was living in a state with the strictest of abortion laws in the country, with more laws taking more and more possession of women's rights daily. But using her newfound courage, Gabriella flew to Colorado and took part in the procedure and came home April 9th to her mother, sister, and 3 children. Harold was kept in the dark of the procedure because of his violent temper and violent outbursts towards Gabriella, and she feared his wrath. Harold picked up Gabriella and Melanie Wednesday morning, and Gabriella found that same courage to tell Harold what she had done to Harold and her unborn baby. Pulling into the Shell on Walton Walker Boulevard, Harold would go into a blind rage. Video footage from the gas station shows Harold try and choke Gabriella, but she would fight to break free. When she would escape his chokehold, Harold did the unthinkable. Witnesses at the Shell station, as well as Gabriella's own sister, would recount the horrific incident of not only Harold shooting Gabriella in the head, but shooting 3 more into her body before fleeing on foot. Local law enforcement issued another warrant for his arrest, and this time executed it immediately, where Harold surrendered without incident. Friday, May 11th, Harold was arraigned in court with a public defender for representation, and bail subsequently denied, so he will sit behind bars until trial, while 3 children, a sister, and a mother mourn. Okay, man, we back with another one. And first and foremost, I want to say prayers and condolences to her family, because it's a tragic situation for everybody involved, especially the whole family. Now let's get to why this whole thing is completely wrong. But we got another case of somebody being on bail or with multiple warrants, still free to wreak havoc on the public and commit more crimes. If you aren't familiar with my last case, that one covered it completely in depth. I have never been in a domestic violence situation, so I can't say if she made any right or wrong moves. This is completely above my pay grade on that subject. What I can speak to is the strength and courage that I've seen that it took to be in a relationship with somebody who was not only physically stronger than you, but physically bigger than you and mentally aggressive, and you having to go sneak in the dead of night, fly to Colorado, probably had to make up a story like somebody in the family was sick, get a procedure that is also equally as scary, then come back and tell the one person or tell the people that you can trust, and the very same thing you were in fear of happens the very next day. And basically my take on Harold, man, you're just trash all the way around. There's no getting your way around that. And I hope you get everything that's coming to you. And that's it for this one, man. If you tuned all the way in, that means you put some paint where it ain't. And for that, you should be thanked. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, man. Boost me in that algorithm. Because I know there's 10 other streamers out there doing it like me, but...
That a little 10. I'm maxed out.